Today we continue our series on entrepreneurs, and we are very happy to have with us Mr. Celestin Mascarenhas, who actually has a very peculiar background in the sense that he was never an entrepreneur in his life, but one fine morning he decided that he should start up something different and started in Goa. All this time he was in Gujarat state and he started in Goa. So we are very happy to have with us Celestin Mascarenhas, who's going to tell us how and why this all happened. And I'm going to straight away put him on fire because I have read his brochure of green solutions, and he makes some very drastic statements in that brochure. And I'm going to read to you one of the statements he has made so that we can then see what he has got to say. So first and foremost, welcome to the show, Mr. Mascarenhas, and thank you so much for giving your time.
My pleasure.
Now, you mentioned in your brochure that 8 million tons of plastic waste enter the ocean every year.
That's right.
Now, that is one hell of a lot of plastic waste.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Is that the reason why you decided that you will make your little contribution to cut down from 8 million tons to probably 7.99?
I pray to God I can do that. Yeah, the effort is at least, it always takes one person to start something.
That's right.
And I believe in that. So this is a start. Other than the business part of it, I feel everything else, just happens. But it's very important to know what is the cause that you're getting into today. Because if we have to live, we have to survive longer. We have to cut down on this waste. It's getting into our food chain, it's getting into our water. So yeah, this is the biggest motivating factor for me to get into this particular product. Yeah.
Now, you also state in your brochure that, and I again quote, single-use plastic bags have an average usage span of 12 minutes.
That's right, sir. That's right.
12 minutes?
Yeah. I've seen people going and buying a packet of biscuit and they'll want a plastic bag. They'll go home, it's just a 10 rupee plus packet of biscuits. They'll eat it and the plastic bag is thrown away. Wherever they finish eating, the wrapper also goes, the plastic bag also goes. So the amount of plastic that we are consuming, this is kind of the average, that the bag doesn't even last 12 minutes. It's not even reused.
So basically, your company,
Yes.
Green Solutions,
Yeah.
is after your mission is to reuse the bag, the bag that you are making, and you're making a bag out of maize.
That's right.
Or what we call in conventional Hindi term, butta.
Yes, sir. So I'll be very honest. When we get an inquiry for eco-friendly packaging, my first attempt is to try and avoid using anything at all.
Right.
Okay, so I'll tell them to refuse. Then it comes to reuse and then comes recycling.
So your motto is refuse,
reuse, and then recycle.
Yeah. So how do the three things work?
Now in this case, when you refuse, obviously there's no problem.
So in other words, when you go to a shop,
yes,
you refuse to take a plastic bag.
As long as I can carry things in my hand, it's much better.
Okay.
Or you carry a bag from home, a
right.
cloth bag or whatever you can. The second one is reuse. That is, whatever you have resources, you use that to carry your products. And recycle, something that our product contributes a lot is when it breaks down. If it goes under soil, if it goes into a composter, it breaks down in less than 180 days. Not only that, for example, you have plants, you buy new plants.
Yeah.
You rip the plastic off and you throw it. If you grow plants in this bag of ours, okay, you can pot the plant along with the bag, and it turns into manure because it's starch based.
All right.
So it breaks down and the manure helps the plant grow. So it's not only recycling, it's also re-energizing, the soil and everything.
So this product actually, which Celestin is making, is very interesting because he has not only come out with this idea of reuse or recycle.
Yeah.
But he says that you use this plastic bag while growing a plant, that bag of his, which is not made of plastic, can actually become a manure.
That's right, sir.
That's quite incredible. I didn't
Yes.
realize that you can
Because
get this kind of
it's
bags
starch,
too.
right? So when starch breaks down, it's sugar. So that turns into manure.
Does this bag look like a plastic bag, or what
Yeah,
does it look like?
It definitely does all the functions of a plastic bag.
So if I am a customer
Yes.
and I say I want your product as opposed to plastic,
Yes.
how do I identify that that is the product?
So every bag comes with the company name and the license number given to us, and it says compostable. And also the Central Pollution Control Board license number is put on each and every bag that we sell. Also, another way of looking at it, you burn it. You'll not get any toxic smell that you would get out of plastic. Going further, if you really want to be a very, very serious tester, there's a chemical. So there's a chemical, I can share the details with you. You put the bag in that, and you put a plastic bag in that, the cornstarch bag will melt. The plastic bag will not.
All right, okay.
So that really helps. So those are ways which we even requested the government, because the government also, there's some places like Bangalore and all, they had issues. They had the same question, how do we identify that? So he said these are ways in which you can have surprise checks. My other question to them was, you've banned plastic bags below 50 microns. If you have a setup to catch people who are selling bags below 50 microns, you can make one for cornstarch bags.
That's right, yeah.
Which will really help.
So this is very interesting here. All of us, I'm sure all of us in Goa want to keep our nature healthy and alive. We all want to avoid cancer, because I believe the greatest cause of cancer is plastic. Having said all that, we need to know, where do we get these bags from? So Celeste, can you tell us, where is your dealership available in Goa, in Panjim, in the main cities, etc., etc.? Where do we get this thing from, so that we know that we are doing our little bit, like you're doing your little bit,
right,
to reduce this plastic usage?
So see, with regards to that, you will have to get in touch with us right now, because we are only wholesaling. Given the fact that the plastic bag has not been implemented in the way we had expected it to, especially in in October 2020. So we are still wholesaling. There are like-minded people. There are places like Delfinos and Goa Bhagyadar, which have consciously taken to ban plastics, and they are reducing as much as they can the use of single-use plastic. So we are supplying bags to them.
Right.
Even garbage bags and things like that. Those are places where they are available. You can take it. Otherwise, if it is better to get in touch with us, we can directly, make these products available.
So at the end of this particular program,
Yes.
I would request you to give us your phone number and your email address, so that people know.
Yes.
Because this is basically, our program is basically to benefit two situations.
Right.
One is to encourage young people to get into business.
Right.
Because the job scene is very bad.
Right.
Two, if it's a good product, why not we have it too?
Absolutely, sir. Yes.
That if it is going to cause cancer,
Yes.
who likes cancer?
Absolutely.
It's terrible. It's a
Absolutely.
horrible disease,
Yes.
and it's a very painful one.
Yes.
And it goes on and on and on, and it gets
Yes.
into all sorts of. Anyways,
Yes.
so let's go back to.
Just
You
can I
are-
add one point to what
Sure.
you were saying? I also encourage youngsters or people who would like to take this business opportunity. I would like to partner with them and help them grow this business.
Wow.
So that's another.
So all you
thing I'd
young
like to
people
do.
there who are listening to this program right now, if you think you want to get into business, and this kind of business where it is not only helping you to make money, but is helping Goa to keep away from plastic, here's your man. Talk to this gentleman.
Sure.
He will guide you. He will help you. And I'm particularly referring to people who have lost their jobs, who are seafarers.
Yeah.
Now, many of our young people are back home now because all the ships are not working as they ought to be, and they are wondering what to do with themselves. So this is your time. Contact this gentleman. He will help you to start something which not only will gives you money, but gives you something very important to help Goa to become richer in terms of our environment.
Yes.
Thank you for that. Now,
Yes.
let us know a little bit more about your company. Now, you are the owner and director of
Green
the
Solution.
marketing part of the business.
That's right, sir.
Now, I believe that your actual manufacture of the product
Right.
is not in Goa.
That's not in Goa, sir.
It is in Pune.
That's right, sir.
Is there any reason why you cannot have a manufacturing unit in Goa?
So one is the cost of production is very high in Goa.
Is that right?
Very high, sir. You have unskilled labor which charges you 800 rupees. While over there, it's close to, I think the standard going rate is about 500 rupees.
So much difference.
Yes, sir. Plus the work timings. Logistically, we are placed in a location from Pune. The networking is much better, and it's an industrial area again, which is very well developed. Also, having said that, this product is made on machines which are used to make plastic bags.
Okay.
The raw material changes.
Okay.
So we already have infrastructure ready over there. So tomorrow, if we want to expand, there are other plastic manufacturing units which we can partner with, take over, and start increase our production.
Okay.
So we'll not take time doing that,
Right.
except making a few changes in the dyes and stuff like that.
Now, your product is made out of the byproduct is maize,
That's right,
what we call butta in
Yes.
in Hindi.
Yes.
My question is this byproduct or is this raw material available in India, or
No,
do you
sir.
have to import
No,
it?
sir. So this is basically a technology. It's a US-based technology where they take starch out of the corn, and it is turned into something called PLA, which is polylactic acid.
Okay.
Okay. This PLA then is mixed with other biocompounds to
Right.
increase the elasticity of the product and make it user-friendly for making different kind of bags or different products. So
Okay.
there's a different biocompound mix that goes in the PLA, and hence we make different products out of it.
So is that product internationally available easily in India, or is it a very cumbersome process?
It's imported. It's imported mainly from Taiwan because logistically and it's abundantly available there because they have set up facilities over there. So there are companies that make this product there, and we import it from there.
Right. Okay. Now you are a marketing man,
Yes, sir.
and obviously you know all the tricks of the trade.
Yeah.
But having said that,
Yeah. Yes, sir.
my question is very simple. Our poor people, we got poor people everywhere in India,
Right,
and
sir.
Goa is no
Right,
exception.
Right, sir.
They naturally will go for the cheapest product to take whatever product they want to take home or whatever.
That's right, sir.
Now, if plastic is a cheaper product, what are you doing to tell these people that no, don't go for cheap, go for something that is reusable? How would you market that part of this?
So there are two sides of it. One is if the plastic ban is there, the product is not available. So it doesn't matter whether you're rich or you're poor. That option of that product, which is damaging an environment or otherwise, is not there. Now coming back to your question, when you're poor, the only thing you're doing is trying to have food on your table, doing your basic necessities. Okay. In that context, sir, as far as my product is concerned, they can come forward. I can look at different options or opportunities like we just spoke about a few seconds back, where this is something where tomorrow, for example, I have an ex-customer. Okay, I tie up with him. I don't have to find a new customer every day. That becomes my regular business every month. So it does help people to get employed in a way that every month, whatever they add on, they're adding and increasing their income. And today there's so much space available in this product because you see the number of plastic that we're using. So from industries, for example, there's a company that makes crayons. They used to use plastic bin liners. Now they're using compostable bin liners. You buy a car, the car seat has to be put over there. So every nook and corner where you see plastic available, or everybody who's selling a bag, okay, which is made out of plastic, it's banned. You can replace this with this product. It is a gradual change, so it's not something that will happen tomorrow. But yes, going forward, like I said, one person starts it, it will turn.
You see, one of the things that organization in Goa is called the Lights of the World.
Okay.
And one of the things they do is go to schools and talk about various career options, etc., etc.
That's right.
One of the things that they don't do is people like you who can come and tell them, hey, not only you can start a business, but stop using this thing.
Correct, sir.
So if I say to you, or rather I invite you on behalf of the Lights of the World to come and join our team and publicize the absolute uselessness of using plastic,
Yes,
at the same time teaching our children
Yes.
what is good for them in terms of their own future.
I would love to do it, sir, because that's where it starts.
I will hold you on to that.
I'm committed to it.
All right. Okay. Now, while we were discussing before this live program now,
Yes.
you said fish
Yeah.
eat
Yeah.
plastic
That's right, sir.
and they can get ill.
That's right, sir.
We also have cows
Yes.
going into big bins
Yes.
and
Yes.
searching for food, and
Yes.
they eat the plastic with the food.
Yes.
Now, in your opinion, I know from the sea point of view, there's not much can be done because sea is a huge ocean by itself. But
Right.
can we do something about these animals?
Yeah. So firstly, I would ask people. See, it's that poor animal doesn't know anything, but we humans are. We consider ourselves more intelligent than them, though I don't believe we are the most intelligent species on earth. We need to stop doing. We need to segregate our waste. Okay.
Yeah.
We need to stop throwing stuff into places where they shouldn't be. Okay. We need to do a better waste management, and it starts with us individuals first at home. Now coming to the cow, we don't have a research to prove that what I'm going to say is going to be right. But I presume because the bags don't leach out toxins, they do tend to break down. So I'm sure if the cow eats it, it is going to break down and it will not get toxic just like a plastic bag. Plastic bag firstly will not break down so easily, and as long as it's there, it's leaching out toxins, and the cow can have all sorts of problems there. But I don't have research to prove. But I would say first we need to honestly, consciously stop, just throwing everything into one bin. We need to segregate our waste and be more responsible with handling all these things. Whether it is eco-friendly or not, we need to behave if we want our environment to be clean and nice and tidy.
Yeah, but one of the things that we notice in Goa especially, and I've seen this quite often,
Yes,
that we have huge bins
yes,
to take care of all this kind of, but they are open bins.
that's right.
And a cow
That's right.
is quite strong enough to climb that bin and,
Absolutely, absolutely. So generally, technically, if we understand the composition of the product, it should not harm the cow because it is going to break down. So you have enzymes. We have enzymes in our stomach also, the acids that will break down. So it should break down the bag. But I don't have a technical certificate to, or research to say that yes, this is going to happen.
Right. Okay.
But yes, because even the colors that we use to print on the bags, they are all natural dyes. Because if we use a synthetic color, that portion of the bag will not compost.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So that color also has to be eco-friendly.
And where do you get that color from?
So you get in abundance. In India, we are manufacturing a lot of that color.
Right.
So we use that.
Okay. So, Mr. Mascarenhas,
Yes.
for the benefit of all our listeners today,
Yes.
what is your message in terms of preventing sickness, cancer, those kind of things, as well as maintaining our environment, the beautiful environment that we have in Goa? What is
Yes,
your
sir.
message?
I would say first refuse, reuse and recycle.
Just say that again loudly and clear.
Refuse, reuse and recycle.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay.
So that's the bottom line. After that comes waste segregation. Please do it. Because there are countries like Sweden who import garbage from other countries and use it as fuel. So there are a lot of things. I wouldn't go and talk about the government or blame the government and get into those debates. Okay. Because if we are not doing our homework or our job properly, we should not blame others for it. And there's a lot that we can do. Don't do it and stop others from doing it also. Be polite, be nice. I'm not saying fight and You have ads which are very arrogantly demeaning people. That is, they'll throw the plastic bottle back into that car and, make them feel bad and guilty about it. Don't do that. I'm saying be nice. Be nice to people, because that should spread. Everybody starts getting nice, most of our problems are going to get sorted. Not only garbage, everything else.
So the other message is, as far as what I've understood from you, is if there is a bag being available for buying,
Yes.
it should have printed
Yes.
on that this is
compostable. Compostable bag.
Compostable.
It has to be written compostable, and there should be a Central Pollution Control Board number written, CPCB, and the number will be written, and it will say ISO 17088 on it.
17088.
17088.
And it should say it is
Compostable.
compostable. So here we have it. If you are looking for a bag, please look for a bag which is compostable. That means it disintegrates after some time. And it should have an ISO number, which is 17088.
Yeah.
And if you do this and you teach your children to do this, hopefully Goa will be the first state in India which is going to get rid of all these plastics and be a beautiful environment friendly state that it is already is. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it, and I wish you very good luck so that more and more people start doing what you are telling them to do.
Thank you, sir. I'm waiting for people to call me up for that. I'd love to help. Thank you so much. Thank you.